We're back for our final segment of the Damn Worthless Show. I am Mike. I'm drinking heavily, and I got my buddy John, the news guy, co-host tonight, and Matt is out doing the family thing. Jenny is at her bar, but said it's pretty loud in there, so we don't have her on tonight. Hopefully next week we have both of them back. I hope you all had a good Thanksgiving, and we are just going to continue on with things we've caught our roommates doing. John, please continue us on. We definitely want to know what roommates have been caught doing.
Well, this one wasn't necessarily a roommate. It made the list, though. This person caught their younger brother. Now, I don't even know if this is possible because I'm not an expert on it, but this person caught their brother letting a mosquito suck their blood for supposedly 20 minutes. He was just fascinated by the mosquito sucking his blood. Now, any mosquito experts out there, can they suck your blood that long? Can you even hold that much blood?
I heard that if you have a mosquito sucking your blood and you squeeze the skin around it, it'll be forced to stay there. And I've tried that, and that didn't work. So, I think that's a load of shit. That's another bullshit story.
I agree.
I mean, 20 minutes of sucking your blood, that mosquito had to be freaking explode by then.
That's my guess. Because I'm like, 20 minutes. In fact, you know what? Because I am the news guy, I'm going to Google that really quick here. All right.
Thank God for Google. I mean, how
yeah.
stupid would we be? We'd have to go to a library and check that shit out.
Yeah. Does anybody even remember what the Dewey Decimal System is? No. Can a mosquito
give head?
You know what? There's probably... I'm surprised that isn't in there. Let's see. Can a mosquito suck blood for 20 minutes? Let's see.
It's lesson time. Come on, man. Jesus.
All right, let's see. Come on, load up here. Mosquitoes are small, midge-like flies, which comprise the family of Culicidae. Females of most species are ectoparasites, whose tube-like mouthparts, called a proboscis, pierce the host skin to consume blood. The word mosquito is Spanish for little fly. Thousands of species feed on blood of various kinds of hosts, mainly vertebrates, including mammals, birds, reptiles, amphibians, and even some kinds of fish. Some mosquitoes also attack invertebrates and arthropods. The loss in blood is seldom of any importance to the victim. The saliva of the mosquito often causes an irritating rash that causes you to itch. So it's not the blood sucker.
We all know what mosquitoes do.
Well, I just learned something. It's their saliva that makes you itch. That's different. I didn't know that. All right. Much more serious, though. Are the roles... Let's see. Yeah, we know it can give you malaria and all that crap. Yeah, it really doesn't say. I don't think a mosquito can suck blood that long.
No, I find that nearly impossible. All right. Next. Yeah. That's nobody cares. Nobody cares. Yeah. That's why our listeners are so low.
But we're moving on because we've all been at the bar. We've all had to deal with bartenders. And these are things to remember the next time you're at the bar of what a lot of bartenders hate.
Okay, we probably already know what they hate. Let's see what this list informs us of.
I'm gonna be different. I'm gonna start from the bottom. Number 10, and I admit I'm guilty of this because when you're in a busy bar, you got to get their damn attention somehow. Bartenders hate when you wave your money to get their attention.
You know,
Now,
I've been there where it's just a busy bar and they're like looking around and they don't see you because they're like with some hot chicks talking to them and you're like,
right.
dude, I'm an ugly fucker trying to look pretty tonight. Give me a fucking drink.
Exactly. I'm like, when you're in a busy bar, if you don't wave your hand or do something, how are they going to know you need a frickin' drink?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's true. I mean, I don't want to be rude. I don't want to do that sort of shit, but honestly, give me a little attention, bro. Okay, you're giving them the beer goggles. I need the beer goggles so I can end up with the fat ugly one at the end of the night. Okay, and be
Yeah.
okay with it for at least a little while.
Yeah. And actually, the next one up on the list, number 9, is doing the same thing but without the money. Waving or snapping your fingers to get their attention.
I don't snap fingers.
First of all, I don't know what kind of bars people go into, but I've never been in a bar where you could actually hear somebody snap their fingers because the music's so loud. So
Exactly.
I don't know, but yeah, I've waved my hand, I've waved money, I've I've yelled out, "Hey, bar whore, come on, I'm thirsty here." But hey,
Well, I don't think they appreciated the bar whore comment.
yeah, well, I'm not a big yeller, so they probably couldn't hear me anyways. and and number 1 or number 8, moving next up here, they hate it when people pay for a drink for one drink, uno, solo, only one drink with a credit card. Because they like you to open up a tab and use the card all night. But
Well,
nope.
sometimes that's a person's way of being like, look, I just want to drink this drink and move on to another bar because your service sucked.
Yeah, or it's like, you know what? I didn't realize that this bar was a sausage fest tonight, but I don't want to be rude. Give me one drink and I get the
Yeah,
hell out of here.
exactly. It's like you look around and you wanted to have a drink and you're kind of thirsty and you want to spend the 30 minutes drinking that drink if it takes you that long to see if any women come in and, make it more interesting. But
Exactly.
I mean, I can't see any offense to that. I don't understand why that would be offensive. I mean, they get paid the same and nowadays it's a swipe and you're done.
Well, pretty much, yeah. And this is just to me a lazy bartender. I don't want to run your card for one drink. Maybe
Yeah.
that they don't like that because they're afraid you won't give them a good tip.
Well, I don't know. I guess the question needs to be asked. I mean, I wish we had some more listeners because I think that this is a good question to ask people out there. So, you're at a bar, you get a drink. What is the tip that you give them? I mean, say the drink is like 4.25. Do you give them the $5 and leave it at that, so a 75-cent tip? Or do you pull out a dollar bill and you take the 75 cents back? I mean, the 75 cents then can be used at the pool table or something else. But what do you do at that point? Now, if the
Well,
drink is like $4, do you just give them 5 and say keep it? But
I know me. I'll usually I'll do the second thing. I'll take the change and leave a buck, you know, or yeah, if it's even $4, give them five,
but
Boom.
but if you think about it, they really didn't do much.
I agree. I
I
mean,
mean, if you just ordered a beer, if you ordered like a Miller Lite in a bottle, for example, and they go ahead and they crack the top and give you the beer, they literally spent like 10 seconds servicing you and they're done with you for the night or for until your next drink.
oh,
Do they deserve a
I
dollar?
agree. I mean, when I think about it, bartenders make way too much money in tips.
I mean, I'm not saying it's an easy job. It's probably a pretty fucking hard job. I've never bartended, but I can imagine the drunk and rowdy people and stuff. But I mean, why do they get a dollar tip on a $4 drink or for any drink? Because they've literally taken a minute or two of your time. If you add that up, if they did a drink every minute or every 2 minutes, they're making anywhere between $30 and $60 an hour,
Oh, I agree.
plus the regular
And I'll
pay.
be honest. I'm a cheap bastard. There's sometimes that I didn't tip bartenders because either A, they were rude, or B, they were dudes. You know,
Now I may
like,
be I may be like on and off, you know. I'd be maybe like, okay, I'm not gonna tip you this one, but I'll tip you $1 the next one, and 50 cents a piece, especially if I'm ordering beer. And that
well,
sounds
yeah.
really cheap and cheesy to a lot of people, but if you think about it, a waitress does a lot more for their money than what you give your bartender.
Oh,
A
exactly.
waitress actually comes to the table, gets your drinks order, brings your drinks. Okay, then she comes back and gets your food order. She takes the food order back to the kitchen. Kitchen people make it. She brings it out to you. You start eating. She's like, "Is everything okay?" And you're like, "Yes or no." And if it's not okay, then then she has to deal with that bullshit. Or you just are take up a lot of her fucking time because you already took up like 5 minutes talking to her because she's trying to make friendly chat to get a big tip when you're done.
Right.
I mean, so if you figure it's a $40 bill and you give her like $5 for a tip, that's like 12%, 12.5% or something like that. And that's not a lot. Well, you're giving the same amount roughly to a bartender who spent like 10 seconds dealing with you.
Oh, exactly.
What do you
Or,
want? I want
or,
a Miller Lite. Okay.
or
So
the pizza delivery person. It's like, okay, they delivered your pizza. It's hot. It's fresh. But they didn't spend a whole buttload of time, but yet they're getting. Well, I shouldn't say they are getting tipped as well as a waitress because some pizza delivery drivers probably get stiffed a lot. But
I did it for a while and I got stiffed a few times and I was a little pissed or I'd get it was like $10 or it was like 9.70 for their order and they'd tell me keep 30 cents. And I would look at them kind of like, "Do you fucking understand that it took me like 20 minutes to drive here and walk up to the door, ring your doorbell, wait for you to answer while you zipped up your pants from getting head from your hot ass wife who shouldn't be with you because you're a douche nozzle. And now I've got to freaking give you your pizza and you gave me 30 cents. That doesn't even cover the gas it took to get here. Do you not fucking understand? I'm not making it rich delivering pizzas. Yeah, I mean, it's a big deal delivering fucking pizzas, man. It's
oh, I
rough.
agree, man. I couldn't do it. I wouldn't want to. For one, I'm not that fast with mental math. But for two, hell no. I just nah. But oh, and this next thing, bartenders don't like either. And you know what? To me, it should be the opposite. The bartender should be doing this with me if they want a good tip, because waitresses do this with me to get a good tip. Bartenders don't like it when the patron flirts with them simply because they're being nice to you. Like a bartender, they call him babe or hun. They're saying it's not an invitation to play 20 questions or ask for their number or blah, 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 blah. They're basically saying you're not special and they have more important things to worry about, like making money.
Pretty much. Pretty much.
To me, if you want a tip, and any waitresses that are out there, pay attention, man. If you want a good tip, even if this person's with a girlfriend, you got to flirt with them.
Now, honestly, if there's a lot of people there and the place is busy, I get it.
Well,
Okay.
that's understandable. But
But
I
if the
mean,
place is
if
fucking
it's kind
empty
of slow and it's kind of quiet, and you're their only table in the whole section,
and
flirt with them a little bit. Sit down at the table and talk to them a little bit.
give
I'm
me
not
some
saying
good
be as
fucking
friendly as the
service, man. Give me some good
don't be as
service.
friendly as the Hooters waitress. I mean, you can if you want, but I
Hooters
mean,
waitresses aren't friendly. They're the snobbiest sluts out there.
really, I don't
Okay.
know. I've always had friendly ones, so I don't know.
That's because you don't talk to women on a daily basis. You think they're all friendly. You bought a cat for pussy, okay? So we all know. We all know. All right. So moving on.
Moving on, bartenders don't like it when you say "make my drink on the strong side." I don't know why that bothers them. Maybe because they want to make it as weak as possible, so you keep buying drinks. But I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Or asking them, "What do you recommend?" But you know what? Sometimes when you go into a bar and you
You're
want to try
supposed to ask
something
that.
different, you know, it's like I've asked before. Oh, what do you like to drink? It's like. maybe I'll try this. I mean, unless you're a full-fledged alcoholic or something, I mean, a lot of